once again, we're asked to simplify, or we're asked to use the properties of logarithms to condense the logarithmic expression, and then to simplify if possible. And again, we're using the same properties we did when we expanded: the product property, quotient property, power property, so on and so forth. The difference is we're just going in the opposite direction. So first off, let's try to identify what properties we are going to use. So since we have uh, these constants, well, first off, we need to identify we have the same base, so that's a good sign. Now we have these constants out front, and in order to combine the logarithms, in order to condense them, we're going to have to get rid of those constants that are out front. So that means that we're going to use the power property. Just to refresh your memory, that's saying, and again, these are not the same variables that you would use or that it uses in the content, just the form. So if we have a log base b of c, that equals log base b of c to the a. And again, not proper notation according to what our textbook is saying, but essentially we're taking the constant, we're moving it to a power. That's why it's called the power property. Now we also have this addition in here, and so that means eventually we're going to use the product property. And again, not using the same variables, but what the product property is saying, if we're going in the opposite direction, it's saying that if we have log base a of b plus log base a of c, that's going to equal log base a of bc. So since we're going in the opposite direction, we're condensing instead of expanding, we're going to use the power property first. So let's rewrite this first expression, moving the 3 to an exponent on x. So this is log base 2 of x cubed plus, and we'll do the same thing with the second term, move the 2 to an exponent on x minus 1. So this is going to be log base 2 of x minus 1 squared. Now with this addition here, we will use the product property. So this is going to be log base 2 of x cubed times x minus 1 squared. Technically, we could go ahead and multiply through. That's not necessary because we're condensing. So we want it in factored form. So it is going to be x cubed and x minus 1 squared. So 3 log base 2 of x plus 2 log base 2 of x minus 1. We use the power property and the product property to determine that that equals log base 2 of x cubed times x minus 1 squared.